Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen's shadiest Real Housewives reunion moments. Andy Cohen has been hosting Real Housewives reunions for almost 3 decades. He's perfected the craft over the years and almost always remains calm in the midst of chaos. However, everyone has their breaking point. There have been a few times Andy couldn't resist being a little shady towards the women, especially when they are clearly lying. Here are Andy's shadiest Real Housewives reunion moments. During part 2 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 reunion, Andy shared his honest thoughts about Kyle Richards' lack of transparency with regard to her relationship with Morgan Wade. Andy confronted Kyle for filtering her life on camera, especially when it came to her rumored romance with the country singer. She dodged questions about Morgan, telling him her friend is not comfortable being discussed on the show. Andy responded by reminding Kyle she appeared in a steamy music video with Morgan, further fueling the romance rumors. "I do just want to point out, putting out a music video that is the two of you as lovers, it contributed so mightily to a conversation that was already a runaway train. And that was totally in her hands," he said, referring to Morgan's 2023 music video Fall in Love with Me. Fans applauded Andy for making Kyle face the hypocrisy. The ladies of Real Housewives of New Jersey aren't winning any awards for decorum at their reunions. They talk over each other, bring up irrelevant information, and almost never resolve their issues. By season 12, Andy was done. He ended up yelling "shut up" at Teresa Giudice after she neglected to answer his question and instead kept fighting with Margaret Josephs. His sudden outburst surprised Teresa and fans at home, who were surprised to see the usually mellow host lose his cool. Slade Smiley was introduced to Bravo fans as the fiance of Joe De La Rosa on season 1 of Real Housewives of Orange County. He left the show after season 2 because his fiance wanted to pursue other career endeavors. He rejoined the cast in season 5 when he began dating another Orange holder, cast member Gretchen Rossi. His return to Bravo was full of iconic moments, but my personal favorite is when Andy humbled him at the season 5 reunion. During the episode, Slade tried to combat the rumors that he was dating Gretchen for fame by saying he made the decision to leave Real Housewives after season 2. Andy quickly dismissed the claim, reminding him that his connection to Joe was the only reason he was on the show. "Well, Joe was no longer a housewife, so there would be no place for you on the show," he said. "Burnin', so good." Erica Jane was in the hot seat at the season 12 reunion thanks to her husband Tom Girardi's financial woes. The women were tough on Erica all season, but nothing compared to Andy's line of questioning at the reunion. He didn't go easy on the RHODH star, questioning why she didn't leave her husband sooner. Erica explained she wasn't in control of her finances, but Andy wasn't buying it. "You're on a hit TV show. You have a career," he said. "I know what you make on this show. It ain't bad." Kim Zolciak's singing career has always been a source of tension on Real Housewives of Atlanta, especially for her frenemy Nene Leakes. At the season 2 reunion, Andy asked the women to react to Kim's tardy to the party performance, and naturally, their responses were beyond shady. Sherry Whitfield's response was the most memorable and later became a viral soundbite on TikTok. "I definitely thought it was fun. I like the beat, so yeah," she told Andy, who couldn't help but smile at her insincere response. At the season 14 reunion, Vicki Gunvalson claimed she never wanted to be on RHOC, telling Andy her career suffered because of the show. Andy was not having it and reminded Vicki that the show changed her life. "Well, you've been here 14 years, he began. "By the way, it's made you very rich, and if you don't want to be on the show, you don't have to be on the show. If you're a Bravoholic, you know that Real Housewives reunions aren't just a recap. They are the real Super Bowl of shade, sequins, and spilled secrets. And at the center of it all, like a designer-suited ringleader of chaos, sits Andy Cohen, sipping tea and serving hotter ones. Let's dive into 1,000 words of Andy's shadiest, most side-eye-worthy reunion moments. The ones that made jaws drop, diamonds rattle, and Twitter explode. Andy Cohen isn't just a host. He's the puppeteer, therapist, and devil's advocate rolled into one. He knows everything, and he's not afraid to wield that power like a Herm's whip. Whether he's stirring the pot with a well-timed question or casually revealing off-camera betrayals, like he's reading a brunch menu, Andy has mastered the art of shady reunion moderation. Who here trusts Lisa? RHOBH. Andy lobbed this grenade in the middle of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, like a seasoned battlefield general. After the cast accused Lisa Vanderpump of manipulating storylines and leaking stories to the press, Andy paused, smirked, and asked, "Quick show of hands, who here actually trusts Lisa?" Silence. Awkward eye contact. Then one by one, hands stayed very down. The smirk on Andy's face said it all. Shade served chilled. 2. Was your husband in the pool? RHOMNJ. Let's talk Real Housewives of New Jersey. When rumors about Margaret Josephs and her husband Joe's aquatic behavior surfaced, Andy gleefully dragged it out into the fluorescent reunion light. He didn't even blink as he asked, "So, was your husband really naked in the pool?" The way Margaret shot daggers at him, you'd think Andy swam the laps himself. Still, the man kept his poker face. Ruthless. 3. So how many times have you been engaged? RHOA. Andy had a field day with Portia Williams' ever-evolving love life during the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunions. At one point, he turned to her with a chuckle and asked, "Portia, I gotta know, how many times have you been engaged?" She laughed, the cast cackled, but make no mistake, Andy knew exactly what he was doing. His delivery? Equal parts playful and shady. His impact? Maximum. 4. Erica Jane's interrogation throne, RHOBH. If there's a reunion moment that could double as courtroom cross-examination, it's Andy grilling Erica Girardi about her ex-husband Tom's alleged crimes. With notes in hand and that glint in his eye, he hit her with rapid-fire questions like, "Why didn't you leave sooner? And where did the money go?" Erica's mascara barely survived the round. Andy said it was for the fans, but it felt more like Bravo's version of Dateline. That wasn't just shade, it was a total eclipse. 5. Did you Google me? RHOP. Karen Huger, the Grand Dame of Potomac, is used to being the center of attention. But when Andy asked her frenemy Gizelle if she Googled Karen's tax troubles, the tension thickened. Gizelle giggled, Karen's wig stiffened, and Andy? He just smiled, sipping from his Bravo-branded mug like it was a martini of mess. Sometimes, all it takes is a softly spoken question to unravel a season of lies. Andy's shady game is all in the delivery. 6. Teresa Giudice's memory lane, RHONJ. When Andy brought up that infamous table flip from season 1 to Teresa again, she gave him a look that could turn diamonds to dust. "Why you gotta bring that up, Andy?" His answer? A simple shrug and a wink. He lives for the throwbacks, and he knows the fans do too. But the way he savored reminding Teresa of her most viral moment was pure shade dipped in marinara. 7. Roll the footage. Literally every franchise. If Shade had a sound effect, it'd be Andy's smug, "Let's roll the clip." When housewives lie, backpedal, or conveniently forget what they definitely said 2 episodes ago, Andy has the receipts. He doesn't yell. He doesn't scold. He just plays the tape and watches the world burn. The most savage part, he does it with the casual indifference of someone choosing what to watch on Netflix. Ouch. 8. Do you believe her now? RHONY. When Bethany Frankel and Luann de Lesseps were in the thick of a feud over Luann's toxic relationship, Andy didn't hold back. At the reunion, after Luann denied every red flag Bethany waved for seasons, Andy turned to her and asked, deadpan, "So do you believe her now?" It was the shadiest "I told you so" in reunion history. Bethany didn't even need to gloat. Andy did it for her. 9. Vicky's demotion drag, RHOZ. After Real Housewives of Orange County OG Vicky Gunvalson got demoted, she came to the reunion with something to prove, and Andy wasn't having any of it. When Vicky demanded more respect and screen time, Andy calmly reminded her, "You're not even a full-time housewife this season." Mick. Drop. The shade wasn't even veiled. It was delivered in full high-definition clarity. Andy came for the queen bee's crown and walked away with it. 10. You're all full of street. Rorigobia. ***. This wasn't a question. It wasn't subtle. It was Andy's exasperated outburst during a particularly chaotic Beverly Hills reunion. He slammed his cards on the couch and declared, "You're all full of ***. The housewives sat stunned. The audience screamed. Twitter melted. Andy said what we were all thinking, and sometimes the shadiest thing is just telling the truth. Andy Cohen isn't shady for the sake of drama. He's a historian of housewives lore. He remembers every insult, every walk-off, every "who gone check me, boo," and brings it all back to haunt them at the reunion. He's not just the Bravo boss, he's the Bravo boogeyman, and he's fabulous. So the next time you watch a Real Housewives reunion and Andy leans in with that smirk and a sly, "Can I ask you something?" buckle up. The shade is coming, and it's going to be iconic.